The victims, white, clinical white surrounding her. Heavy dark grey clouds hung low in the sky, peering through the windows, watching, judging, waiting for the inevitable reaction. A reluctant audience gathered, the last to enter, a limp ragdoll, fragile and delicate, eyes bare and hollow, life drained from them, a naive heart unable to cope, a soul destroyed with grief. As the pitiful creature joined the group, silence fell. Curious, a stack of files set curiously in the corner, hidden from society, a secret of shame. As she looked down, she could sense the pain and anguish within the room that day, and yet all she could see was a woman lying below. A face of marble, white, hard, cold. Her hair a deep golden blonde, a fan possessing the table. A wave of golden silk placed perfectly, surrounding a face of beauty, rescued now and at peace. Her angelic features painfully mismatched with the surrounding faces of sorrow. The mournful onlookers' misconception of emotion made her long to call out and correct their mistake, but she was a fly, paralyzed and suspended in a web of fear that they should hear her and force her back to her torturer. The deep red lines that ran across the woman's wrist, a map of mayhem. Small lines of imperfection that reflected so perfectly the cracks in her own life. At times she felt these cracks open within her mind, black, poisonous thoughts oozing through her inner being, but no conscience burned. All she felt was peace. Thoughts of death pleased her, and that is what made her fear. She scanned the cot beside the marble woman, suddenly less fearful of the monster that had broken her, thief of her sleep, her mind, and her identity. She felt momentarily free, complete, independent again. Sleep would be hers. But then she realized with slow dread that it was beginning to stir, twitching, reaching out for the hand of its marble woman. Its cries were sharp, short melodies of sadness, reuniting with her the same desperation she had felt earlier that day when she had done it. But as it opened its yearning eyes and stared at the marble woman on the table, a new sensation reached her, soothing, not clawing, bonding, not rejecting. Her heart automatically sped up, waiting for her nerves to be paralyzed with the dread and seething anger they were used to. However, as she turned and stole a glance at the eyes that had once so easily haunted her soul, a mutual forgiveness was reflected between them as she recognized in the baby a part of herself for the first time. A newfound sense of belonging jolted her out of her pit of doubt, and she suddenly yearned to return to her baby. At the precise moment she realized she couldn't. Her recognition was too late. There could be no closure of the deep red lines where her own demons had victimized her. She felt herself being dragged back into the dark blanket of permanent sleep, the baby abandoned forever.